Good.
Double pull
Like
into the
that.
panties.
Go on. Woo! Oh, look at it now. It's like a boudoir. Like a boudoir.
They're coming here with that French nonsense.
Kidston boudoir. Anyway, come on then. Bit time for a bit of highway humbuggery.
Highway on Humbuggery. Pisses off you, pisses off me.
We did have it. Oh, I
There we
forgot.
go.
We
You
got
see,
a
got a
thing for it.
jingle.
Got a jingle for everything.
Are middle lane drivers pure road cancer?
Or what?
Or what?
Oh, well,
Let's start. Okay.
Okay.
Calm down,
Okay.
everybody.
Yeah.
Calm
Chill out.
down. Okay. Whew. Gotta be careful about this one, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's controversial. Okay. I'll open with
I don't think it's controversial. They are pure road. Go on, sorry.
Part 264 of the Highway Code says you should always drive in a left-hand lane
Yeah.
when the road ahead is clear. If you're overtaking a number of slower moving vehicles, you should return to the left-hand lane as soon as you are safely passed.
Okay, so
Okay.
I want to get that out there
That's unambiguous.
because there will be people who'll be like, quote
Yeah.
the Bible, quote the passage.
And we have.
We have. Now,
Go on.
you're saying yes. You're a firm yes on.
I
all
am a
middle-aged
bit,
drivers
but that's
are road
mainly
cancer.
because on the way home, like 2 or 3 times last week, I was stuck behind. Oh, not middle, but
Not even
outer
a middle
lane.
not even a middle
No,
lane.
but outer lane, and they
Bloody
just
dual
like,
carriageway.
Yeah.
That's your argument
Yeah,
in this.
yes.
Is that you drove down a dual carriageway.
yeah, and I was
And-
stuck in the outside lane because I
That's
had to
another-
undertake them eventually, and I didn't want to.
We'll get to that.
Oh,
kind of
didn't want
nonsense.
to.
We'll get
Didn't
to
want
that kind
to.
of nonsense
I thought I'm not
later.
gonna
You're
flash.
taken by a wagon up.
Oh, I know.
Bloody hell.
How embarrassing is that?
Bloody hell.
Go on,
Right.
go on then, go on. Set the stall out.
My argument
Yeah.
is okay
Okay.
because I'm a middle lane driver.
You are?
A little bit.
You bastard.
I'm a little bit of one.
Yeah, I know you said this, but I don't think are you a proper, like, if people come
Well,
up though, surely-
where's the line? That's what I'm saying. So,
the line's on the left, the solid line is on the left,
This-
and it's supposed to be next to your passenger wheels.
this is the thing, right?
Mm.
If I'm on the motorway,
Yeah,
middle of a working day,
yeah,
what I always find, inside lane, 50 to 60 miles an hour.
yeah,
Middle lane,
yeah,
65, maybe up to 80 miles an hour.
yeah.
Outside lane,
Bell ends.
100 mile an hour plus. Okay,
Yeah.
bell ends mainly. When you can't keep up.
Bell ends, because my car won't do that.
And the thing is,
Yeah.
if you, in the middle of a working day,
Yeah,
if you try to maintain lane discipline,
yeah. It is a
at
bastard.
70 miles an hour,
It is.
you're basically pulling into the inside lane, catching up with a vehicle,
Yeah,
then having to pull back out.
Yeah.
Maybe you've had to slow down because of traffic, and
Yeah.
maybe you've crept down to 60 miles an hour.
yeah,
Maybe as low as 50 or something like that. And then you've got to make this jump back out again.
yeah. Into
the
the
middle lane.
fast-moving traffic.
Into faster moving traffic, some of which, of course, because you're not in the middle lane, is third lane traffic, which
Yeah.
has come back in at 100 miles an hour, cruising like, and you're now like trying to get back out. And what I'm saying is,
Yeah,
it's too bloody hard and too stressful. So what you tend to get, and I join in with this, is you tend to get like this middle lane corridor of
Yeah.
people
yeah,
who are moving 70 to 80 mile an hour, and you just glide along. Maybe a truck comes out occasionally, you all slow down, you go
Yeah,
into the outside lane.
yeah.
But generally speaking, you all glide. It's too hard. There's too much variation for it to work
Yeah.
as it should.
I feel your pain, and I see what you're saying, and I think to some extent I agree. You know, I'm not religiously sort of, almost cutting up each lorry to get back in the inside lane. I think there's a point at which, it becomes a bit futile, and I think ultimately, like you say, you would be, and to be fair, the kind of, in, what is it, part 264, if you're overtaking a number of slow-moving vehicles, you should return to the left-hand lane as soon as you are safely passed. But really, you could interpret that as, well, do you ever get a chance to really pull in before you would actually be making, were you in, you'd actually be making the move to come out again anyway. So I can see at busy times, you are, But I think as long as
You're still overtaking slower moving vehicles. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah,
It's the inside lane is nothing but slower moving vehicles
Yeah.
all the way
yeah.
to your destination.
Yeah.
So you are permanently
Well, that's not.
overtaking
That's
them.
not the sort of. That's not. Yes, I see what you're saying. I
And
think-
the third lane drivers, that's their argument for being in the third lane.
yeah, but I think I get what you're saying, but I think that's not the sort of okay. Well, we can say that we have different definitions of middle, because I wouldn't say that was middle lane drivers in a sort of hogging sense. Because, like you say, it's not really appropriate to be jumping in and out of lanes that much. I think what I would say is it's when it's more lightly, especially if you go kind of north of here and kind of get up towards like Lake District.
There's nowhere more north in here, I think you say.
That's true, yeah. Nowhere
up
north,
with that.
yeah. That's the end of the earth.
Pseudo-north.
Pseudo-north, yeah. Kind of goes all the way back round again.
It's North Pole here.
It kind of goes round and it's south, really, yeah. When you kind of... But, kind of, when you get into sort of quieter stretches, that's when I don't like that middle lane, when there is time to move over and sit for a couple of 3 minutes and then come out for the next lorry and then drive, past that, and then you've got another couple of 3 minutes and then pull out again. I think at that point you should be moving over.
I tell you when it frustrates me.
Yeah.
When it frustrates me is, like you say, when the inside lane is empty.
Yeah. Or
And
relatively
there's
empty.
nothing even on the horizon.
Yes.
And you're kind of coming along the middle lane and you're gradually catching up
Yeah.
with a car in the middle lane.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, well, they must be aware that I'm coming along.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm getting passed
Yeah.
by cars in the outside lane. And I'm thinking, when you're going to move over,
Yeah.
and then you have to sit behind them
Yeah. Yeah.
until you can get back out into the outside lane
Yeah.
and come back. And you're kind of like, well, that was really discourteous.
Yeah, and I mean, look, like, when you've got a Wagon-R or a Jimny, the outside lane is a rather stressful experience. You want to get out of that outside lane as quickly as possible
Yeah.
because it'll do it, but not happily so.
But these people, right, on the argument of stressful experience, I saw, so there's a cop on
Yeah.
the forum, and he said that he pulled over 2 or 3 middle lane drivers.
Yeah.
Done it for like 20 miles or something. Every time he pulled them over, they basically said they found the inside lane too stressful because of merging traffic.
Yeah, I know, yeah, if you're sitting there, then people can merge on and off. And you can
So
go
we
past.
can't use the same argument to say we prefer the middle lane because we don't like the outside lane because you.
Oh
have
no,
to
I was just
like-
saying, I'm not saying I know what you mean. I just find it personally, with the wagon, it's just a bit scary kind of going that way.
Yeah.
The thing that I hate, I think you're right, is that sort of nothing on the horizon. Because in that situation, I am almost always on the inside lane. When there's very little traffic in the inside lane and nothing really coming up, I'm on the inside lane, and then someone is sitting, sometimes doing slower than you're doing on the inside lane.
Yeah.
And it's that moment, what do you do?
Well,
do you,
we're going to get to
yeah,
that.
do you go, undertake? Do
Yeah,
you do the
we're gonna get
circle?
to-
There's red.
Well,
lots
do
of-
it
Go
now.
on,
What
let's do it now.
do you
Let's
do?
do it now.
What's the
What
okay?
do you do?
What's the best way to handle this? You've decided that this person ahead of you is a middle lane driver. You've made that. You've come to that conclusion
Yeah.
in your own world of rules and
Yeah.
everything else like that. What do you do?
Personally, if it's safe to do so, I go out with plenty of space, go out into the middle lane, then go out into the outside lane, go round them, and just go back in again.
And back into the inside lane.
Back into the inside lane,
that's
and not aggressively.
That's the principle of lead by example.
Yeah.
It's very British, isn't it?
Yeah, and hoping that they might notice that I've just done that.
Lots of indicating.
And think,
lots of
yeah,
indicating
lots of
back
like,
out. When he's-
yeah, you kind of drift and you stay in the middle
and
for
as
a minute.
long
and
as you
then
can see them on the horizon, you
Yeah,
continue to
that's
get
it.
in and out.
No, I'm not that bad. But yeah, that's what I do. Because I don't think as long as the traffic's flowing freely and you've got room, an undertake is just scary. It's just dangerous. You do it as a last resort, I think.
That's the ignorance principle. And that's the one I actually employ that.
Yeah.
I'm a bit Machiavellian.
Yeah.
And what I do is I very slowly undertake.
Wow.
And actually for quite a portion just sit.
Wow.
Just on the inside
Well,
corner
you're
of
like
them.
one of the safest, most relaxed drivers I know, and that sounds the most terrifyingly unsafe thing. Because if they're completely oblivious, they're just going to drive into the side of you.
Yeah, I know. It's a silly
It's a
thing.
moment of madness.
You couldn't drive into the side of me. It annoys my bloody car.
That's
mates.
true. That's
This
true.
massive black
Yeah, but this-
blob of mud tiger.
Yeah, but you never know because this person's been driving in the middle lane
I
for like the
agree.
last 20 miles.
It's wrong. It's the ignorance principle. It's wrong. I shouldn't do it. I should go into the outside lane and back in again.
Sometimes I do
Um,
it if I think that,
but
I
have been known to just maintain my speed
Yeah.
and just be like, especially if I've like seen them on the horizon.
Yeah.
They're just coming up, and I'm just like, no,
no.
no. I'm going to just slowly get
Yeah.
past you on the inside, which I believe is perfectly legal to do if someone's in the wrong lane.
Yeah.
And I just cruise alongside the inside of them. And I just think, if they are the kind of person that's all stressed and upset about stuff, then we'll stress and upset them about that. To, get on the inside
Yeah.
and start dealing with merging
Yeah.
traffic.
Well, that's the thing when it says like
Get
when
off
people-
the motorway.
Yeah, that's it. If it's
that
too
bothers you,
stressful, then I'm sorry, you're not supposed
Yeah.
to be on the motorway.
get to use it as your own personal
Yeah, it's like,
highway.
that's it. Oh, I'm too scared for that. Well, don't be on it then.
I've been in a car with someone who just gets in the middle and they do like 50.
Yeah.
Honestly, and you've just people swarming around you, and you just.
And it just
like,
makes, I mean, the thing is as well, it just makes the whole thing even more stressed. Like, if you're scared and stressed of the motorway and you decide you're going to get on the motorway, get in the middle lane and do 55 miles an hour, I guarantee you that experience will be very, very stressful. Because, like you say, you've got people coming, will undertake you, they will overtake you, they will come right up behind you, they will move around. There's the old, have we got on the list, have you got, like, the circling the wagons one?
I've got the aggression principle. I know the
Yeah.
I was going to say the aggression principle. The one I know of is the wash a squirt.
Yeah, to come in front.
And I have to admit, I was coming back late one night from somewhere,
Yeah.
and I'd sat in the middle lane because there was a lane merge coming up
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
and I just didn't go back in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to go back in just to have to come back
come
out
back
when
out
the truck
again,
comes.
yeah.
And an Astra van came past me, came across, squirted me, went inside lane, and then came back out again. I had to go around a car that was merging, and I was like, okay, if I've driven someone to do
Yeah.
that, maybe I was taking the mick.
Yeah, maybe I was taking it too
Taking the
far.
mick.
Yeah. No, I've read on certain forums the old where you what is it now?
I think I know. This is where you go down the inside but don't overtake.
No, you go
then
you
round.
overtake. You come out from the inside, out through the middle lane to the outside lane. You drive past them on the outside lane, pull into the middle lane, pull into the inside lane. Let them drive, slow down, let them drive past, and you just keep doing it, and you just keep circling, which is entirely legal if you think about it, because you are supposed to be slower on the inside lane, and so at no point are you doing anything, I would say, illegal.
I would say that it's verging on this aggressive driving.
It's definitely aggressive, but I think it's done in a playful. It's not done necessarily like very...
banter. It's road banter.
It's for the bants.
Banter.
For the bants. Yeah, fuck it. Bants. Anyway, yeah, that's what I've heard. I've never seen it, but sounds like I don't know whether it's one of those things, when people talk about, that's what I do, and whether actually a lot of people do it or not, I don't know.
Yeah, no one actually does that.
Probably in the south.
No one does
Where
that.
they're all wound up and just like, I gotta get where I'm going. I mean, well, actually, maybe not in the south because they're too busy trying to get where they're going. It's like, I haven't got time for this rounding up the cattle bollocks. Got to get to my next meeting. Got photocopiers to sell. And off he goes in his 335D chipped.
I've got diesels and petrols to sell before they become completely redundant. We haven't got any replacements. We haven't got any electric technology. I've covered that the inside lane is just a shit show.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
But here's the thing. This is the thing that gets me.
Okay.
Why does everyone get that angry about it? Because of all the things on the road,
Yeah.
a middle lane driver is the one that really causes you it's the least detrimental thing someone can do to your journey.
Yeah, they're quite predictable for a large amount.
And you've got a lane to go around them in.
and you've got a lane to go around, yeah.
I mean, as long as you're not... I mean, I understand if you're like a van that can't go very fast, or a
Yeah.
wagon that can't go very fast, or you're a coach, you can't go in the outside lane or whatever,
Yeah.
then it could drive you absolutely balmy.
Yeah. Yeah, but for the majority, just normal sort of passenger vehicles.
Yeah.
Cars, yeah.
Yeah,
cars
you
and
wait
lots
for
of
a gap.
Yeah.
You can usually see them up ahead. You've got plenty of time.
Yeah, to go around them, yeah, true.
And if you want, you can undertake them.
Yeah. I think you're right. I mean, it's something to get us on your tits a bit, as they'd say. But
They pose you very little actual danger.
Yeah,
really,
but in the
apart
grand
from their
scheme of things.
obliviousness. I agree
Yeah.
that their obliviousness should not be accepted.
no.
But of all the things that people get so upset and angry about, and you know what, I think it just comes down, it's the Britishness, it's a British thing, isn't it? Because the Americans, they're getting a bit like us now.
Yeah.
They've started to import sarcasm, and
Yeah.
they're slowly understanding the mechanics of how that works and stuff like that. And whatever. We get a few Americans watching the show now.
Yeah.
Don't understand the voice, do they?
No, that's true.
Don't get it.
They don't get
They
it.
don't- we're not pirates.
No.
We don't huff paint, and we're not the only two people
Yeah.
in the north who talks like this.
Yeah.
If you think this is bad, you should hear the women.
Yeah.
Crikey. But it's such an innocuous thing to do, to sit in the middle lane. It is so easily solved by the people going around.
That's true, yeah. They're a bigger fish to fry.
And the
Like people who
Americans,
don't...
they're getting really angry about people that sit in the fast lane, because they don't really have a fast lane.
Yeah, true, because they've been
and it's all about this idea that we all follow rules, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
And when we see someone not following the rules, we get a little bit upset and angry. Like, it's a queue! There's a queue!
Yeah. I mean, I'm really trying hard not to get upset about lack of indicator usage, but it really, every day I see it, or rather don't see it, and that gets my...
What about
goat
third
proper.
lane hogs?
Yeah, that's
third
a bad
lane
one.
hogs.
That is a bad one.
Like, that's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Maybe she get,
What about when you've got 4 lanes now and absolutely no one has any idea anymore, it just suddenly like falls apart?
The 4-lane thing, it's just like no one uses the 4th lane. And we're not talking necessarily about the ones where it's a hard shoulder that gets opened up. I've been on stretcher with 4 lanes. Everyone's just like, well, I'll just keep using these 3 because I understand now. So it's just so you just get this empty fourth lane. The first lane is just completely. It's like I don't understand. No, this is the lane that I was in. I'm going to stay in this one.
I quite like when you get the 4-lane thing.
Yeah.
Because it does jumble everything up.
Yeah, true.
I quite like
wakes
when
everybody up a bit.
Everyone sort of comes down to a sort of sensible speed.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It kind of feels a bit like America, where everyone just sort of chills.
Yeah.
Like, because the thing is, like, as you know, if you haven't got like a very capable like performance vehicle or whatever, and you get into the outside lane, I always feel like better get out of it fast as possible because there's going to be an Audi or something else.
But then don't you also get a bit sort of, it's my road to, it's like I've got as much right to be, but then ultimately like safety takes over and I'm just like, just get out of here.
I have been in the past. It depends what the speed limit is.
Yeah.
I just feel like if you're on a dual carriageway, I'd get out of the way.
Yeah.
It's like 50 mile an hour on a dual carriageway, something like that. But if I'm on a 70 mile an hour motorway and I'm overtaking someone and then someone bombs up behind me, I'm like, come on now.
You can you can take your time while we both
especially if I'm already doing 80.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Like, now steady on.
Yeah.
Now. But you get third lane hogs. You get them. You get people who just race down the outside lane.
Yeah.
What about that? That's dangerous. That's
that's exactly, because that's faster speeds and even more sort of.
And the thing is, if you are using the inside lane, you are moving to the middle lane to get around slower vehicles. That becomes a pain when you have got cars flying down the outside lane and then kind of doing that sort of slow drift back into the middle, no indicator, high speed, because they're like, I'm following the rules, and you're like, well, you pull out, and that worries me because it's really hard to judge.
Yeah, and speed differentials probably, like you say, quite. That's the kind of thing.
There's only so many shoulder checks you can do. Really,
when there's something coming up at like 110 in the outside lane, they come up pretty fast.
Yeah.
It's we've sort of, so we're not condoning it, but we also can understand it in certain situations, I think. So we're being non-committal. We're maybe being shades of grey. We're maybe being quite grown up and mature about it and saying it's not that big a deal, and maybe we should just chill a bit.
Maybe we should just accept there's middle lane drivers and they don't really cause us that many problems.
It's probably, when you have like a little section that starts, middle lane drivers pure road cancer or what, slightly sort of provocative. You probably don't want to end up.
Are you suggesting it's clickbait?
You probably don't want to end up with the conclusion being, well, worse things could happen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But that's what it is.
They're benign.
But that's what they're benign. They're a benign cancer.
They're a benign form of road cancer. Okay.
I like it. Good conclusion. Saved from the ashes.
Now we've got a surprise segment at the end.
Have we?
Surprise segment. So this isn't the end like it normally is.
Surprise
segment. So we'll do
this
one
now.
Party pop.
Okay, hang on. Party pop.
Pants. Pop those pants. And we will be back very shortly.
Ooh, I'm excited. I can't
Are you
remember.
excited?